Hi guys, so let's start finally Jab Studies Met Fun, the series for the upcoming December FMG examination. Before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Angad Rai. I have scored an overall rank of 9 in the June FMG exam 2023, and in the overall MBS curriculum, I had got an overall rank of 3rd. So without further ado, let's start about the schedule which we are planning for the upcoming FMG December examination. Now this schedule is based for everyone, especially many people there are many schedules you can see on YouTube, to be honest, but this schedule, yesterday we took around 6 to 7 hours to design the schedule based on multiple people's aspect. If someone is there who hasn't studied much, who considers him or her as a below average or an average or maybe even above, for you guys this is a perfect schedule. For basically it's a perfect schedule for everyone. Reason being is that the amount of time which is given for each and every subject, along with that a proper break segmentation is there, for which you guys will have a perfect amount of time not only to learn something but also to revise at the same time, because the key to pass this exam is multiple revisions. So let's start with that, guys. So basically this is going to be a 5 months plan which we are going to start from 22nd of July, because now the reason why I chose 22nd of July is because we, as you guys know, that we have a Telegram page, Jab Studies Met Fun. In the majority vote which stated that they wanted to start as early as you can. So basically, as you guys know, today is 18th of July. You have good amount of 4 days and you can take a break till that time, and after which you can start your plan. Okay, take this timetable as a template. So this basically this plan is divided into 3 revision series. You will be able to give 2 grand tests. You'll have proper time to revise, and the fact that each subject is given with amount of breaks so that you will be avoiding burnouts. To be honest, even though when I was giving my examination, I had gone through a couple of burnouts just because I thought that I'll be able to go through without any breaks for a couple of weeks, but that led up to after 1 week I was completely saturated. I did not study anything for 1 week, and that did not help me in the long run. So considering that around 7 to 8 people together we have decided this plan, so it might help you, and use this as a template. All right, so this is enough time for someone who hasn't even started their preparation yet, who has the second attempt or multiple attempts right now, and for those who are right now in their internship in the respective college and they're going to give the upcoming FMG exam. Okay, so let's start. So guys, the best thing about this plan is it is a 5 months plan, all right, which is going to start from the 22nd of July and ending up to 25th of December. Now, basically last time also the examination was on 20th of Jan, right? It was on 20th of Jan, but still we are keeping a 20 around 25 to 30 days of gap, so that at least worst case scenario, even if it is pre-pond, you have at least completed your revision thrice. I know you must have seen multiple revisions, videos. They say that they have read it 4 to 5 times, 6 times. But personally, even I was just able to barely do it up 3 times. And 3 times is more than sufficient enough. All right. So I have divided the subjects based on major, moderate, and minor. Where the major ones are PSM, medicine, surgery, OB/GYN. Each of them you can expect 30 plus questions. All right. In each subject, you can expect 30 plus questions. Rest, the moderate ones, which is including anat, physio, biochemistry, microbiome, pharma, ENT, patho, opthopedia, you can have a variation from 12 to 18 questions. This time they told that ENT questions were more, but you can expect around this one as an average. All right. Rest will be the green ones, which are your minor subjects: psychiatry, radio, ortho, anesthesia, FSM, and derma, in which you can expect around 4 to 8 questions. Okay, and totally you will be having your examination. Now see, what people do is, which I have noticed with many people, when I asked them also, okay, what do you guys think, what are your mistakes, they were like, they were able to do only 12 to 13 subjects and they did not focus on these minor subjects. That is a very big mistake you guys are doing, because see, you guys know FMG is that exam in which even 1 mark really matters. I'll tell you honestly, there is no difference with respect to how much you have knowledge with anyone who's above 140 plus and someone who's got 150 or 160. It was barely based on luck. All right. So you don't want to take risk on the luck factor. You want to make sure that on the day of examination, you are properly well versed with all the subjects. And these subjects, like minor subjects, even 1 mark you get from a topic which you just have to study for a couple of days, it is well to do. All right. Now, how I have given you days is 4 plus 2. For example, in PSM, I have given you 4 plus 2, which means total 6 days. What I'm trying to say is 4 days over here, you will give for studying okay, to study, and 2 days you will be giving here for MCQ questions. Okay, so like that I have given every subject a time. All right, example I'll give you. For example, you're doing PSM, 4 days you're going to study your theory. Now irrespective of whatever platform you're using, maybe you're doing now self-study, maybe you have already done it, now this time you're going to study yourself, or maybe you're using any other platform. These are the minimum and maximum number of days, sorry, the maximum number of days which you have to give, maximum number of days which you have to give for the examination. All right, PSM is a subject in which, you know, many times, no matter how much you study, at times you will be having a vague questions and you will be like, yeah, I studied this much, still it did not come. So I don't want you to focus too much about the subject. You just have to know the major most important tips, like image based questions and those which are regularly repeating. MCQs, 2 days for MC questions, because I don't want you just to revise. What people do is first 3 months they're going to study, and then after that they're going to start doing the questions. I don't want you to do that. There are two types of learning. One is the passive learning, which you're basically just mugging, ratifying and stuff like that. I want you to apply at the same time. Not like, you know, okay, one day you're doing at the same time. Because like, see, if example, you're going to study a topic, let's say about, you know, case series, cohort and stuff like that. If you do the question on the same day, you'll notice that it is much more easier for you to solve it that time. Right? So what I want you to do is, after 4 days of study, 2 days you'll have MCQ. That time force your mind. It will help you to revise also, and at the same time it will give you a exam based type scenario. Okay, for medicine I'll recommend you 5 plus 2 days. Surgery also 5 plus 2 days. OB gynae, basically it's 2 subjects, so you'll get 3 days for each, and then 2 days, 1 day for full OB questions, 1 day for gynae, or you can do it as a mix. Anatomy 4 plus 2, physio 4 plus 1, biochemistry 5 plus 1, microbiome 4 plus 1, pharmacology 5 plus 2, ENT 3 plus 1, patho 3 plus 2, optha 3 plus 1, pedia also, it's a short subject but a very high volatile, 2 plus 1, and all the minor subjects which will be there, you give 2 plus 1. Now this is your first revision strategy. Okay, for the first revisions I have calculated around 106 days. This whole thing will be going on 106 days. All right, these are the number of days you're going to give for revision as well as your MCQ practice. Okay, so let's talk about the first revision day. Okay, 1 minute, I'll just see it's recording with the voice. Yes, cool. Okay, so let's talk about the first revision. It is going to start from July 22 to November 5. Okay, I have given you a basic of integration. When each like subjects which I have given you is based on an order, like I have added 1 moderate, 1 major and 1 minor subject, so that you will not get burned out. See, everyone has the same time, the same brain and the same syllabus to complete. How do you stand out is when you make your mental strength way high than everyone else. People tend to burn out. I'll tell you, during my FMG examination, the June exam 2023 was quite challenging because everything was clinical. It was very long questions. I had friends who used to study 12 to 13 hours per day. I used to study only 6 to 7 hours. That also effective. But some of my friends were studying 12 to 13 hours per day. But they were doing MCQ based, like, you know, one-liners and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, when during the examination, there was so huge paragraphical questions, they were not able to, you know, maintain their mental composure. And even though the following question was being single, but because of the stress of the previous one, they were not able to do that one also correct. So we have to focus on mental health from day one itself. I know many people consider mental health as a stigma, but guys, trust me, to reach a high frame of success with respect to FMG, you should have a strong mental health. All right. Okay, so starting with when July 22 starts, we will start with Pedia, PSM and Derma. Why Pedia, PSM, Derma? First of all, Pedia will be the first lecture which I will be uploading on YouTube as well. Now basically whatever I'm going to teach on YouTube, the videos might come on and off with irrespective of the schedule date, because even I am going right now through my internship. But this is a schedule for which you guys can follow with any platform, whatever you're using. So you can use it with respect to if you're using Marrow, if you're using Prepladder, Bhatia, Arise, whatever are you using, you can use it, no issues. So you can follow this plan. Within these days, you have to complete it. The reason of a schedule is that you don't have to extend. For example, even if I will tell you, okay, pediatrics, you have to finish in 1 day, somehow you'll push yourself and somehow you'll finish it. And if I'll give you 1 month, even 1 month, you will be able to, like, you know, you'll be procrastinating, and you will not be able to do so. What you have to do is, for example, I'm giving you the schedule is, like example, okay, PDF is done. So 2 days done and 2 days you have finished your revision, just give a tick over here on the top. I'll send this PDF on the Telegram channel. and then you can do it like that. All right. And even after your MCQ succession is done, then you keep a tick over here. Then take any other color and give a big tick that okay, you're done with the whole subject. So like that, it is a everyday motivation. Okay, you're doing something, you're getting something done. All right. So this will be very effective for you because this examination is a combination of both a sprint and a marathon. Till the last month, we are going to do a marathon. Aram se we are going to study. Aram se we are going to study. Okay? But on the last month, that is going to be a sprint. This plan is also decided on the base of that. Okay? So with PDA, why PSM? Because PSM is something you will have all the vaccination dosage and something like that. And then plus, okay, we have to add a moderate subject. So we are adding like that. And then Dharma. Dharma will be also a light subject which you can get done. Usually in 2 days also you can get done. But still I have given 3 days. Now, a very important thing I want to tell you guys. For example, maybe you are someone who has already done a few subjects. So maybe for you, PDA 2 + 1 days, maybe you can finish this even in 2 days or even in 1 day. Now that doesn't mean you're going to, change the whole syllabus, change the whole pattern or something like that. What you have to do is any backlogs, any doubts, anything which you feel that I was not able to do so, you have to cover up in those days which you are saving because of your previous practice of study. For example, now I have done PDA, okay? I have done PDA and I have done PSM also in 4 days, okay? And I have still 2 days remaining. I have already done questions as well as I have done my theory. Now, what I want to do is during this 2 days which I have gap, maybe if I have any syllabus which is left with respect to PDA, I'm going to cover it up. I am not going to extend my PDA period, which I have given 3 days. 3 days is there. Once the 3rd day is over, my next subject has to start. In the next subject, if I am able to save some time, only during that saved time subject, I have to complete my backlogs. Because if you think, okay, I have to finish PDA no matter what, even though if it's your second subject, like that, the backlogs eventually get increased. You will be stressed, you will get burned out. And again, you come on chapter 1. We don't want that. Follow the schedule. Take this as a template. I'm not asking you to religiously follow the schedule. You can use this. It is based on a couple of my friends who recently, in the people who made this, I'll tell you, they were who did it in the first attempt. They were people who did it in a couple of more attempts. And they also told me ki, this much days are enough. This much days are, appropriate enough and you have to get it done in this much time. So for you, whoever you are, either you think that you have a good amount of syllabus, this is a very good plan for you. Either you have think I haven't started anything yet, even this is also a very good plan for you. Follow it up. All right. So PDA, PSM, Dharma, and after that you're going to take a 2 days break. Now in this 2 days break, what I want you to do is these 3 subjects which you're done, right? The 3 subjects, I want you to revise it. Okay? And in this revision, it should include all the now see, whenever you're going to study anything, you're going to highlight, right? You're going to highlight some topics. I'll suggest you something. You can highlight using 3 different highlighters. 1 which was tricky to study, 1 in which you did some MCQs which were wrong, and 3 which you think that these questions can come. So that things you have to revise again and again. So this day's breaks is there for you. If you're able to finish even in 1 day all the 3 subjects, the other day is your reward. You can do whatever you want. But the condition, the criteria is you have to revise those 3 subjects first. Okay? The only one to see how nicely you're doing is you yourself. After these 3 things, again, what I said is after doing everything, you have to tick, right? You will tick and get the things done. So then this will be a good motivation, everyday motivation you're doing. Then for medicine, as I told you, 5 + 2 days, 5 days for theory, whatever you want to study, you have to do smart work. How do you do smart work is you need to know what are the previous year questions which are generally asked for the topics. Study that only, because medicine can be done even in 1 month, 2 years or 3 years also. It's your wish. You have to get it done in 5 days. All right. Know what are the most important topics, and 2 days for the questions. Look, for questions, what I'll suggest you is don't do any Q bank right now. First, you have to finish all the PYQs. Okay, 5 years of FMG, 5 years of NEET PG, and then 3 years of INI. Okay, once you're done with all of this, if you have time with respect to your schedule, then do something else. Many people go with the FOMO that, oh yeah, I will do this, my friend is doing this, my friend is doing some Falana Telegram channel, this. First, finish the main thing. First, finish the important PYQ topics. Like that, you'll understand, like that, it will be in your head that, okay, this is an important topic, I'm going to get that done. After that, only if you have time, please go through something else. Okay. Again, after finishing medicine, patho, psychiatry, you'll have a 2 days break. What you have to do in this 2 days break, you have to revise these 3 subjects and the questions as well. Whatever you bookmarked, you just see it once. And after that, if you have any time, any free time, chill out and go dance, sing, whatever you want to do. Okay. After this, you'll have anatomy, ophthalmology, ENT. Again, a 2 days break. After each 3 subjects, I have given 2 days break, which is a very good amount of time for you to freshen up to start another thing. Now, pharma is one subject which is very combustive with respect to learning, right? So that's why I've given 5 plus 2 days. 5 days for the learning. Remember, mug of 5. If it's hard for you to learn pharmacology, what you have to do is you have to speak and study. Tell it to someone, write it as a sticky note and keep it in front of your table. Okay. Anesthesia mostly is related to pharmacology. That's why you can complete both of them at the same time. Again, after doing these 2 subjects, along with their 5 years of FMG, NEET PG, INI, then you can take a 2 days break. Follow the schedule. This basically, if you count like this, right? See how many 7 days? 7 plus 3 is 10. So this is a 10-day whole plan. 10 days ke baad, you will take a 2 days break, which you deserve. Already you must have revised pharma before, even the 5 days. I guess the last day you will be using for the 4 days will be done for your pharma. 1 day you will use for revision. 2 days you will use for the MCQs. Then another anesthesia will be usually done. That's my logic. I have given a good amount of time. Maybe you will be able to do it much more earlier. Any day you have free, you can complete your backlogs. And if even you don't have any backlogs, the free day is for you. You can do whatever you want. All right. Take another 2 days break. Then do 3 related subjects. Again, integrated pattern. Most of these are integrated subjects because nowadays you guys know that questions are coming integratedly. I want you to start studying that from day 1 itself. Day 1 itself, you have to start doing the integration so that you will not have any problems during the examination. All right. So surgery, ortho, radio. Again, the days have been given. Follow as per schedule. Again, a 2 days break. And then OB-GYN, 2 separate subjects. So you got 6 days, 3 days for each, and then 2 days for the MCQ practice. FSM, kind of lengthy, things to mug. So then that's why 3 plus 1 day. Again, if you have some earlier days, you got your subject done much more earlier. Take those days for your backlogs, or if you don't have any other backlog, complete your enjoyment and enjoy. Then again, you get 2 days break. Then you go with the last 3 subjects, which are mostly ratification and thoda irritating subjects, right? So that's why I've given 4 plus 1 for physiology, biochemistry, another mugging up topic, 5 plus 1, and micro, another mugging up topic, 4 plus 1. I've given this at the last because I don't want you to start with physio, bio or micro in the first, because if you start this at the first, then you will eventually, after 2-3 months, you will forget about it. So the closer you study it towards the exam, it is better for your retention, right? Then you take a 1 day break. Now in this 1 day break, what you can do is, if you're done with already the revisions of these 3 subjects, you can chill, take a break, go here and there. But now you will just realize that you're done with 19 subjects, guys. You're done with 19 subjects, that also in an enjoyable fashion, without having any burnouts, and having a good process of retention. All right, because we have focused on revisions, we have given enough time also to learn, also to practice MCQs, and also to revise the subject regularly. Then you give your first grand test. Give a grand test, any other platform, whatever platform you have, just give a grand test. Personally, I would prefer Marrow because I have given a couple of them and then they were quite good with respect to other sources. It's comparatively tough, but if you get used to the toughness right now, the exam will be an easy go for you. All right. So give a grand test. It's obviously divided into per sessions. After giving the grand test, don't need to recheck it on the same day. You will be already exhausted. I want you to sit properly. I don't want you to sit like this, nicely relax and giving the grand test. No. Give it as an examination. Like right now in my room, no one is there. I'm only one here and I'm focused right now on talking to you guys. I want you guys to give that same examination form, because look, during the examination, whoever has given the examination, they know there are many tricky situations. Someone will be doing tuck tuck tuck. Maybe the beside person will be telling you, he or she, I have not prepared enough, I think I'll fail. That negative influence can influence you. Distractions can influence you. No matter how much good you did, it can. So to avoid those distractions, start building up your capacity now. Look, learning is a different thing. Able to adapt to those 5 hours of sitting. Even your back, in Punjabi is like that. Even though your back can get twisted, so you don't have to go through that at the final day. Start getting used to it right now. All right. I'll tell you how to study and stuff like that in other all sessions. Right now, I'm just focused on this session with respect to the timetable for the upcoming exam. All right. So you give you give a grand test. After giving a grand test, the next day you're going to give a review. you have to review the grand test. Many people also, I have asked also people like, after a second attempt they passed, they're like, yeah, I used to give grand test, but then I never used to review it. I'm like, kaun karega itna sara? They used to say that. But no, that's not the thing. I'll tell you also what you have to review. See, whenever you're in constraint of time, right, what you have to do is all the questions which you did wrong, okay, all the questions which you did wrong, all the questions which were tricky, okay, which you have an option to save, right, and all the questions which you think can come in the examination in the future, okay, all the questions which you think, one second, okay, all the questions which you think can come in the exam, okay, so future, which you can feel like, in a gut feeling will be there, okay, so wrong, tricky, and the future questions, those are the questions which you have to review. So save those whole things. You don't have to see all the 300 questions. Maybe there are some easy ones, don't need to do it. And maybe out of this all wrong, tricky, and the guess marks which you do, right? The guesses, those also things you have to see. Okay? Just see that, see down the explanation. If you don't have the time, use the bold letters are there, right? The bold highlight things which are there in the explanation, do that, but you have to do it. Please review your grand test in this matter. Okay? You have to do it. After doing this, you will realize that you are now at 5th of November. You're done with one cycle. You have done all the preparation with respect to PYQs. You have done all the revisions. You know what questions can come. You have given a grand test, so you know where you stand also. And this is just with one revision. Okay? From November 6th to December 12th, now your second revision starts. Okay? Now what we have to do is see, now you notice whatever days we have given, we are going to shorten it now because this is going to be a revision, right? PDA 1 day, PSM 2 days, Dharma and Psychiatry I want you guys to finish in 1 day itself, Medicine 2 days, Patho 2 days. Now you guys might understand here, kaise karoon? That is the skill. You need to understand what questions you have to, what topics you have to study. And how did you know this? During your first revision, when you gave this +1 day, +2 days, +1, you did your PYQs. There you found out, okay, these questions can come. Then what you did is, on your notes, you went and you highlighted them. Those are the things which you have to start studying. Then only you will be able to finish medicine in 2 days. You're understanding? If you start studying everything again, how can you do 7 days in 2 days? You're understanding my point? That is called working smart than working hard. Okay? You take another day break, and then this day break, if you want to rest, you feel that you might get burned out, take a break. If you feel you're good and good, you want to revise something, you can do, it's your wish. But for me, it's a break. Okay? Again, then anatomy, mugging up subject 2 days, ophthalmology 2 days. And what I want you to do is see, in a combination of optha ENT, you can take 3 days, but you can, adjust it according to your will. Pharma and anesthesia, as I said, it's almost the same thing. So you will be giving 3 days for that. Again, after this, you will be taking 1 day break. Okay. Surgery, I'm giving you guys 3 days for the revision. Now see, the revision is not only with respect to notes. Whatever questions you did bookmarks, for those questions which you did wrong, for those questions which you did guessing work, all of this you also have to revise. So this is a regular revision. Whenever you do questions, guys, that is your concepts trying to work. So that is why we're doing that as well. Okay. Ortho, radio, FSM, together, these 3 subjects, I want you guys to finish in 3 days. So you do it however you want, but in 3 days, these 3 subjects should be done. OB-GYN, I'm giving you 3 days. So how can you do is 1 day OB, 1 day gynae, and the other 1 day to finish all the MCQs which you saved for that. Then you deserve 1 day break. Enjoy. Again, the gande wale subject, the ratta wala types, physio take 2 days, biochem take 2 days, micro take 2 days, and after that you will give another grand test. You will give a grand test so that you will analyze that your second revision, was it improving? And during the grand test, 2 things are there. The main reason what people don't understand of giving a grand test is so that you get accustomed to sitting for that long. So we are making you used to that. Okay. Second thing is you will understand that what subjects you're getting wrong. Many people don't give grand test just because they think that, oh yeah, I might get demotivated. Yeah, who is seeing you right now? Ask yourself whenever you think again like this, is it better getting demotivated right now when the actual exam is not there versus getting demotivated on the actual day of examination? Think about that. Okay, write it down. Then again, on the second day, you will review the grand test. I don't want you to do the grand test and the review at the same day because it will be mentally exhaustive. Okay, this whole schedule is made so that considering your mental health, considering your time, I'll repeat again, if anything is there which you guys feel, okay, I can get it done much more earlier, adjust that to those subjects which you guys feel you need more time. But within those a time frame, I have considered the maximum time. Okay, for this subject has to get for the maximum time, this is only required. So till that time you can do it. But once that time is done, after, for example, surgery 3 days is done for the second revision, go on with the other subject, because we have to know all the basics of all the 19 subjects. You don't have to master one subject. You'll be like, yeah, Angad, my surgery is tip top. Okay, you'll get 30 marks. What about the other 270 where you have to try to apply? Hana? You have to do the basics of all 19 subjects. So by here, your second revision is also done. The third revision from December 13 to 25th of December. Again, this time 4 subjects you have to try to finish it in 2 days. Medicine and patho, again you have to try to finish it in 2 days. And nat, opthal, ENT, you have to again try to finish it in 2 days. Pharma anesthesia within 1 day. Surgery, ortho, radio within 2 days. OB-GYN, FSM within 2 days. And the last tricky ones, physio, biochem, micro within 2 days. This is considering if the exam is on December 25th, December 25th or 26th. If the exam is this, okay, FMG exam. I'm writing this way because the iPad is in the side, right? So this will be the FMG 24. But most probably it can be in January, but we have to be prepared. Now I'll give you one scenario. You followed this schedule, okay? You followed it religiously, and you will also feel once you start, you're like, yeah, there is so much time. I can do it very nicely. But you have to be religious to the schedule. The only way you can be honest is not to anyone else. You don't have to text me, ki, Angad bhaiya, I'm done with this. You have to be honest to yourself. Obviously, text it to me. I'll feel good. But I want you guys to know that it should be within you, all right? For example, if you see your exam is on December, if you're done with your preparation, your 3 days or 3 revisions on December 25th, you're done, and you have exam on January, okay, January, let's example, maybe January 20, you guys have 1 month more. You have 1 month more to correct whatever mistake you want to do. So you're already ahead of everyone, okay? If your exam is on January 1, guys, you have a 5-month plan, which is according to your will, which is according to considering your mental peace, which is according to finishing all the questions as well as revision. All right. So this is our 5 months plan for a 3 revision, including grand test, including breaks, including MCQs, and including your videos. All right. If someone asks me, okay, Angad, tell me how can I 100% with guarantee pass the FMG examination? Here is the FMG mantra for me. Start with image-based questions from day 1 itself. My mistake also was that I started studying the images just 1 month prior to my examination. I don't want you guys to do that. Many of my friends who gave this time exam and who were not able to pass, they were like, there were so many questions related to images, and I wished I could have done it earlier. I don't want you guys to do that mistake now or again. What are the questions that I should practice? As I have told you, 5 years of FMG, NEET PG, and 3 years of INI should be a must, because the board is same. They can ask you anything, and you guys are doctors, so you can't say like that, oh, it's a NEET PG question, it's an INI question. You have to know everything. Cool. Q bank, what I have to practice. Okay. Marrow was the one which I will recommend you, because over there you also have PYQs. Even Prepladder is there. What I'm trying to say is, if you're using already Prepladder, if you're using Cerebellum or using anything, stick to that. Are you comfortable with that? Stick to that. But you have to always first finish your PYQs. Only start with anything else once you're done with your PYQs. FMG Solution is another book which I used. It was a very good book, because once the question is done, right, the explanation given at the back is good, so that you can find out any other related topic. So it's a good integration as well. So you can use that as well. The key, another one, is multiple revisions, which based on this timetable is given. You have to study again and again, and you don't have to worry about that. I have given you the schedule already. You have to review grand test, read their explanations in which you went wrong, guessing ones, the tricky ones, or those which you think can come in future. Avoid burnouts, because this exam is all about mental strength. I'm going to give you tips and tricks more how to crack this FMG exam. This time I'm going to prepare with you guys imagining that it's going to be my December FMG exam as well. I'm going to have video lectures and much more. I am right now doing my internship, so then I won't be able to, like, I'll try my best, but I don't think if I'll be able to complete with respect to this schedule. But I'll try to finish all the minor subjects first, because many times minor people, they tend to skip the minor subjects. So if you have something with the minor subjects already done, so it might be helpful for you. Take care, guys. Follow Jab Studies Met Fun for more. Send this to anyone who needs help with respect to making a schedule. We have a Telegram channel, Jab Studies Met Fun, same name for YouTube, Telegram, and Instagram as well. Tata, sayonara.